As companies start to move over towards the storytelling method, the brand guide is going to need to act more like a guide. It's going to elevate as it goes up to how to guide story, as opposed to small execution about how it does it. The typography, to be honest, there are not that many people who care about the typography of a company, but they do care about the genre of a company or its key characters and characteristics, because those are the things that we connect with. The thing about brand guides today is that they're more brand rules. The guides, it's not really a truthful name, but scripts serve much more of that role. And what makes it that way is there's so much white space in a script. And that's where all the different collaborators who will come later will fill up that white space with their perspective on how they can make it better. One element that we're going to see change is the individual in the team. They're going to be guiding and equipping people with how to follow and how to execute against that story, but not microanalyzing every single step. If you look at film, that's essentially what directors do. They have a very specific vision for what they want, and they guide and direct towards that, and then we get accustomed to seeing that. If you think of Wes Anderson, Alexander Payne, Quentin Tarantino, or you go back to Alfred Hitchcock, you knew what you were going to get when you saw those films. So as I work with companies, I help make this shift happen from the old process to this new story-driven method. And it typically happens in three ways. One is obviously at the highest level, I work to apply story to strategy. So that becomes the language of their marketing department. And that'll happen with usually the head of marketing and their direct team. And then second, I'll work with the head of marketing to refine their organization so they can best deliver that story in all the different channels and then measure the impact of that story. And third, I'll work with them in training their teams, both in-house and their agency teams, so they understand this language around story and how it can be best applied to what they're doing.